So we've got a new project coming up and it's a big one. We've got the location locked in, still working out dates. But since we have the location, I'm going to build it out in satellite 3D so that I can start mocking up a few things, because we're not going to get a chance to do a location recce before the day of the shoot. So I want to be able to have all the information that I can to be able to pass that on to my lighting team, as well as any other key collaborators that we have on board. But first, coffee time. Cheers.
The location that we were using was on a location rental website, so there were a handful of stills that I could use to build out the 3D model. A lot of it was guesstimation, but I thought that having a rough idea was better than no idea at all. So using the location stills, I started building out the kitchen that we're going to be filming in. It was a bit of a longer process as the satellite 3D doesn't have all of the items that I needed to kind of build out the kitchens. So I just used basic shapes to build some of the furniture that was in the room. I also found some 3D assets that I ended up importing into satellite 3D to help build out the scene a little bit more accurately. Models such as the item that we were going to be filming, as well as some other assets to help build out the scene a little bit more. And here are a couple of the reference frames that I was able to create within satellite 3D as a basis for what we're going to be filming. At work, we're being well overdue for some updated headshots. So we booked half a day to get some new headshots in, as well as some more candid shots that we could use in briefs, as well as on the website. I decided to keep the lighting for the headshots pretty simple, with a 720B with a light dome through a big roll of diffusion, a 300X punched into a wall for the fill, as well as a Pavo Tube 30C as a kicker light. It was a good opportunity to use the FX2 as I haven't used it in its stills mode yet, and I wanted to see how the files held up in post. It was really nice to shoot on the FX2. Using the burst mode allowed me to capture some candid moments in between the pose moments whilst we were shooting the headshots, giving more variety to pick from. Also, with the release of the DaVinci Resolve 21 beta, I decided I was going to use the camera tethered to DaVinci Resolve to see how that performed. It worked pretty well considering it's a beta version of DaVinci Resolve, and I'm definitely interested to see where Blackmagic goes with this photo portion of the program, because I definitely like to replace the use of Lightroom on the desktop as well as the iPad, because it would be great to use whilst traveling. I'm by no means a headshot photographer, but I'm really happy with how the final headshots turned out. Big thanks to Rob for taking some great shots of me that I can now use on the website as well as my socials. I finally got around to filming the last bits of overlay for my latest YouTube video, which should be live now. You'll be able to find the link to that video down in the description below. It was a much longer process to put this new video together, but it was really fun to create. The difficulties really came in when I was basically having to light myself and get all of the different types of reflections that appear in glasses when you light people for interviews, as well as using the techniques that I outline in the video to remove those reflections when filming. Creating tutorial-based content takes a lot of time because they require a lot of overlay. So this involves a lot of setups, and if you're like me and record a lot of your tutorial-based content by yourself and use yourself as talent, there's a lot of back and forth when filming all of this overlay. Even though these videos take a lot longer for me to produce, I really enjoy the process of creating them and sharing the things that I've learned over my career as a director of photography. I'm hoping to get some more scripted content done soon, and I've got a few video ideas in the pipeline. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next vlog.